Hey all, here are OS reviews. So recently Sphero, a company known for making these robotic balls that you can control using a phone, have discontinued their partnership license with Disney. So they won't be making more of these movie-themed products in the future, at least in the short term. What that means, however, is you can still find these online but at vastly reduced prices. This is a certified refurbished model that you can actually pick up on eBay for under $30 with free shipping. That's a huge price reduction compared to around 200 when this thing was new, and it still is a very cool novelty item, a toy, maybe a gift for the holidays if you're looking for that. The BB-8 version of the Sphero is unique in that it has a head which is attached using magnets onto the sphere, which is more of the typical design from this company. It still functions like any other Sphero, so you can control the direction and the speed like any remote control device from your phone. In this case, however, it has more animations that are very peculiar to BB-8 and fans of the Star Wars franchise. So you can control the head. It even has this roaming mode where it will try to explore a room in your house by itself, which is pretty cool. It's kind of a form of automation, but it's not nearly as intelligent in terms of AI as, let's say, Cosmo. All right, so the packaging here is pretty plain since this is the certified refurbished version from Sphero, and we just have some basic specs on the side. We can download the app from the link down below. Works with both iOS and Android, taking about 60 minutes or 1 hour to completely charge, and that's kind of what the dock looks like. It uses Bluetooth to connect to your phone where you can control it, and it has all these animations which make it seem intelligent. All right, so inside here we just have the USB cable for the charger. So what that looks like is just a pretty typical micro USB lead, I believe. Then we've got just a quick instruction manual that tells us again how to download things, how to charge it and set it up. And we have, of course, the robot itself. So all of these Spheros are pretty similar in terms of dimensions, but they're also smaller than what the advertisements make it seem like. In fact, it really is super small against a phone. So here's a typical 6-inch smartphone, a normal size these days, so you can see how it's almost half the size. Definitely not to scale compared to an actual BB-8 if you look at the movie. With that being said, again, it has a glossy external paint job. Here is the head of the BB-8, including all of these tiny little antennas, as you can see there, and again, nice amount of attention to detail. You can even control the direction of the head using the app, so it can spin towards you when you're talking to it, for instance, and it just aligns using magnets like so. We also have the charging base, which has the Star Wars logo on it, also made out of plastic with all of these accents that tries to, again, really fit it into the sci-fi theme. Overall construction seems decent, even though it is made out of plastic. On the back here is where we have the micro USB input for the charging, and that's basically it. Sphero logo and rubber feet that prevents it from sliding around on a surface or a desk, and when you want to charge it, simply pop it onto the base, and it should do its job. So the charging base does have a few LED indicators on it, so that when you set it down, it actually does flash for a few times, and then we see it's blue and again flashing until it reaches 100%, and then it remains stable. So the official app for this is called Sphero BB-8. There's also one that's called Droids by Star Wars that's meant to work with all of the droids that Sphero has made for the Star Wars franchise. There's 3 of them. So you can download these specifically for this one, but it's also compatible with the regular Sphero apps, including Sphero EDU. If you want to learn how to program, you can actually use blocks of code very similar to Snap or BYOB, and it teaches you the foundations of how to control things like movement. So anyways, the regular Star Wars app that is for all of the droids has a very colorful animation here. Turn the volume down, you can see that we have all 4 of the droids being displayed. It also has something called the Force Band, which is an optional accessory which uses gestures that you can wear like a watch to control the movement without having to use the phone. So now that it's connected, we can control it directly within this Star Wars app. So that works with all 4 of the droids, and such as Drive, which allows us to just simply kind of control it, scan to connect to a different droid, collapse menu to select other settings. So we want to align it by making sure the blue light here is actually facing towards us, and when we are satisfied, we can just tap on Next. Now we have a virtual controller that we can use to just control the movement of the head, as well as if it's not on the base, it will just freely wander around and start moving. And we also have some preset animations that will do a set motion, for instance, moving the head around like that, kind of a cute motion. This one here, which also moves it for a few seconds and then brings it back. So all of these are kind of different animations that you can play around with, doing different motions if it was actually moving on the floor there. So there's some images to give you some hints of what it will try to do. And I can also press next, so there's a second page that you can actually look at for preset animations. Over here, we can change it to patrol mode. So this is the autonomous mode, where it basically is just roaming freely in the room around you, and it will still bump into walls and corners, since again it doesn't detect obstacles intelligently. It's just going to then move into a different direction. It moves pretty slowly though, so it doesn't create too much damage. So make sure you put it in a relatively open space and it will do alright. And it's pretty entertaining to just watch it move around freely. In this particular mode, it will work for about an hour and a half before you need to put it back onto its dock to be recharged. So that is, again, the autonomous mode. It will tell you kind of the distance, the speed that it's going at. There is an accelerometer in here, the temperature internally, as well as an event log. If the battery is low, if it's hit a wall, it's going to all pop on over here. So the interface is, again, very nicely done. So it feels like it's part of the Star Wars theme, very futuristic, sci-fi-ish. This is a drawing mode, so you can actually draw a physical path, which the Sphero, as you can see here, will try to then move along the path. And so you can create some different patterns for it to move onto a floor with. Afterwards, we're basically seeing what the BB-8 is seeing right now when it's in this spacecraft. So I can kind of tilt it around. You can see the BB-8's head also moving around in real time as you try to explore the setting around you, kind of like a VR scenario. We can also try the specific Sphero BB-8 app here. You're not going to see a huge difference, but this one again is specific to BB-8. It's connected, so connecting is quite fast. We can drive. We can also do message, so this is you viewing back holographic messages. Patrol, so this is again the autonomous movement. Drawing a path, which we explained previously. Watch with me, so again, these things we also saw in the previous standard app. But the message is really the feature here that's a bit more unique to BB-8, I guess. So we have all of these different characters that we can project onto as holograms. Let's say I want to tap on this one here. We can see that coming out from BB-8's head is the hologram that it's looking at. So this is really using the real-time camera as I'm panning around. It's also shifting and moving ever so slightly. So if we exit out of this, the other apps here again are going to be compatible, such as Sphero EDU. Just as a quick view of what that does, again, you can program some basic actions using chunks of code, such as whenever the program is started, the function is it will repeat this 4 times, rolling forward, the speed that you want it to roll at, and for how long it's going to stop, and then play, let's say, a sound. Let's say I tap on start, and then you would just connect to the robot that you have, which in our case is the BB-8. Okay, BB-8. Go to sleep. So that's more or less it as far as our hands-on review of the Sphero BB-8. In conclusion, it works really well. It's extremely cute, and the fact that it has quite a few software features, including voice recognition, in addition to some automated tricks where it can just roam around freely, are pretty neat. That expands on the functionality past what we saw with the original Spheros. You can still, of course, control it using the phone and a regular joystick if you really want to. Only downsides would be the speed is a little hard to control. Spheros in general do take a few moments to get used to. It's not quite as precise as a regular RC-based car that uses wheels. So the speed, sometimes it flies off in directions really quickly. You do need to kind of figure out how that process works. So you can check out more details in the links down below if you're interested, but for now, that's been our video. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews. That's been our hands-on review of the Sphero BB-8.